So I want to share with you the technique that I use to talk myself out of things. So when I have a major life decision coming up and I'm feeling a little bit timid about making it, I actually try to talk myself out of it. And I know that that sounds super counterintuitive, but it has worked for me in both competing in my second bodybuilding competition this year and then also in quitting my job to start my own business and travel the world. So the first time I did it was for my bikini competition. I was about 2 weeks out and I was feeling super scared. The only thing that I wanted to do was cancel the whole thing. And I knew that I would be disappointing myself and I knew that it'd be disappointing a lot of people. So I made a list of all of the reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't do the competition. And it ranged from everything to, I can't afford this, my prep has got me feeling lonely because I have no social life and my body isn't ready to get on stage in a bikini. And then I got to the end of the list, I went back to the beginning and I just debated each point and I wrote down for not being able to afford it. I had been saving for over a year and I worked my butt off to find 2 sponsors for the competition. As far as feeling lonely, I actually wrote down the names of every single person that I could think of that had supported me the entire time, whether it was my coach or my friends or people that I went to the gym with and people that had been following my prep online. And as far as my body being not ready, I knew that that was going to be something that I wouldn't be able to go over, that no matter what, I wasn't going to feel ready. But I looked at my physique, I compared myself to how I looked when I competed the year before, and I knew that I looked better, and that was what I wanted to accomplish. So I told myself that I was good enough and that in 2 weeks I would look good enough. And I went through the other 9 or so points and I did the same exact thing and I was able to step on stage confidently. And then when it came time to quit my job, the night before I was going to give notice, I went through the same exercise actually with a friend of mine and we role played a little bit. And I knew that the next day when I was gonna be sitting at my desk and ready to go into my boss's office and say, hey, I'm done, I'm ready to go, that I would chicken out of it. And I tried to come up with as many reasons that I could think of that I wasn't ready to do it. I didn't have enough money saved up and we had a couple of events and things coming up that they needed me for that, it was busy and, I was taking on problems that weren't mine. So we did the same thing. We went through and we debated each of the points that I had made, and I told myself that, maybe I didn't have all of the money saved up that I wanted to, but that I was prepared in case something happened and I was ready to work my butt off to make sure that I was going to be okay. And I knew that there were a lot of unknowns and everything that I could debate, I did. And I was able to go in really confidently the next day. And well, maybe not 100%, I was still shaking a little bit, but I was able to actually go in. And when I was sitting at my desk and I wanted to talk myself out of it, I couldn't, because I knew that I had already pre-debated all of those points and I had nothing else that I could come up with that would have stopped me from giving my notice that day. So that's how I did it. I'm really curious if anyone has done anything similar to this, or I would love to know how this works for you. I want you to try it out, whether it's something small or a big decision, or I would love to do it with you. So send me a message if you have something coming up and you want to, talk it through with me. And again, let me know if you've done anything similar. Leave me a comment, send me a message, and we'll talk soon.